You're not going to like this, but if you're a CSA survivor, childhood sexual assault survivor, I've talked to a lot of partners of childhood sexual assault survivors like myself. I'm an NLP. I specialize in cPTSD. Poosh, read the description. But if you were sexually assaulted as a child, whatever your sex, this is not gender specific. This is women, men, others, whatever. You probably have become a performance artist in the sexual context. And I don't mean you're selling yourself for sex. I mean, you can be in a loving, committed, partnered relationship and you don't realize, oh, I gotta one camera slip. You don't realize that what you are doing is not bringing your full self to the table because you yourself are not orgasmic, but what you're doing is engaging in sex. And I don't mean, here I am, it could be any kind of sex, but I'm presuming what I'm talking about is your partner, your spouse, who is a decent person, who has not done you wrong, who has life fit with you, who has met your ethical standards, who you really like. You like them. They're your partner and or your spouse. But still, when you're having sex, there's a part of you, because of the fact that you were sexually assaulted as a child, that associates your own pleasure with bad. So most of us, like where I was at, I mean, I've been married and divorced 3 times, and I didn't hate sex throughout any of that. But now that I've experienced a lot of personal growth and healing and explored, which is what led me to becoming a neurolinguistic practitioner, exploring every avenue of what happened to me in my past and how I have acted and trying to understand myself. I figured out, figured. I am from Missouri, and I had to change that. I used to say wash. We wash our clothes, but now I say wash. Just saying, that is also me. This will probably be edited out, but full disclosure, I'm a Missouri girl. But we'll call it Missouri, and we'll try to speak with proper diction like we learned in broadcast production, which is actually what my first degree was in. But moving on, partners that I talk to, they feel that their partners of childhood sexual assault survivors, their partners tell me overwhelmingly, I'm going to give it an 80%, say that they feel like even if they're having sex with their partners, it's occasional and so occasional that it's like situational, like it's almost a reward system. They say like their partner will have sex with them if they want to have a baby or if it's your birthday or you get them drunk. I mean, this is not healthy. In the popular vernacular of, sociological research, if you have sex less than 10 times a year or less, your marriage is considered sexless. But overwhelmingly, the people I talk to who are partners of people who have been sexually assaulted, whether as a child or an adult, before the marriage or during the marriage, their partner has withdrawn. And what happens is a loving partner to a CSA survivor who has withdrawn also withdraws because they don't want to put pressure on you. And so the distance begins to grow because people need contact. People need physical contact. People need sexual contact. This workshop is not necessarily for those of you who have no interest in sex with each other. There's all kinds of ways to have relationships and marriages. I don't discount any of them. I love you all and I praise all of your love for each other. I am working with childhood sexual assault survivors and their partners who are sexually active, or at least one or the other of them wishes to be. And I, because of my own experience and my own studies and 24 years now, of study and research, I have learned that we can't blame our partners. Okay? Don't blame your partner because you're not orgasmic. And this is what I get from women. And I'm going to get some shit for this probably, but I'm just telling you the truth. When I talk to women survivors, some of them present as, well, my partner doesn't get me off. My partner doesn't try to get me off. My partner. And I'm like, dudette, person, your partner is a human being that has not experienced your level of sexual trauma. They have no idea what you're going through. And opening that discussion is good, but you need to also exempt it from your own sexual experience together. So that means you've got to move past constantly associating the sex you're having now with the sex that you were forced to have in the past. Okay, this is the take a moment. I'm always triggered. Why do you think I do this? I was accused of never getting over it. It's like, duh. That's why I don't want it to happen to anyone else. I will never get over it. But I have learned to deal. And I've learned to deal very well. And the only path forward I see is educating and advocating. So that is what we are doing. We are educating and advocating. So don't blame your partner for your non-orgasmic experiences. You've got to awaken this within yourself. And the deal is, if it's normal, even for people without any trauma, even just normal married couples with no sexual trauma in anyone's history, everyone loves each other, life fits there, we're all good. It's like you're tired. You're just goddamn tired. You're working, you're raising children, you're running all over the place. You don't feel like having sex. That is normal. But the thing is, if you want to keep a bond with your partner, and this is important not just because I think people need sex, but I think people need sex because I've done the scientific research to know that your physical health depends on also having healthy sexual expression. So those who think sex is just for making babies, whatever, it's like, okay, you do you. But the science says those who continue having sex have no problem having sex into their 90s till they die. If you don't use it, you lose it, just like anything else. That being said, I only support sexual relationships amongst those who have true love for each other, true care. And if your partner has true love and care for you, you have the ability to say, I am not actually experiencing orgasms. And that's not a cut. That's a way forward. That's a path to, okay, how can I change that? What do you need? And opening those doorways feels terrifying. if you allow yourself to be carefully in the already vetted arms of, like I said, a loving partner, spouse who is vetted, tell them your truth, and you will be able to move beyond where you are. And I hope you become orgasmic, or at least if you're not, like, there's a lot of reasons why people aren't sexually intimate. You might both be in wheelchairs for all I know. I'm saying substitute intimacy for orgasmic. An intimate bond with your partner is what maintains your health physically, your relationship together. If they're an asshole, get out of there. Totally. Yeah. I started with don't pretend for anyone. So within that boundary, within that frame, move into not only don't be anything you don't want to be for anybody, but goddamn, be everything you want to be to somebody. I need a Kleenex, so we're going to end there today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.